And welcome back. I skipped over India because I do recall saying that it is a pretty shitty place to be in. Well, in this game at least. Because all that there was to do is steal more resources. And we already know well enough how those missions go. To tell you the truth, however, mission in India was quite short because I managed to find a huge deposit just between the road to my base and to the enemy base. So I didn't even have to fight anyone most of the time. But I still left some defenses. Some skirmishers decided to pay me a visit every now and then. I also gave the new cruise ships a little try, and they have proven to be very effective at what they do. You see, they come with 4-mount heavy laser cannon with a rocket launcher mounted on the top of it. So they are universal, our very first universal unit who can attack not only air but ground at the same time. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if it could multi-target actually. I've never seen that happen myself, but it is a possibility. Well, actually, now that I think about it, yes, they can multi-target. Because the turrets, the weapons, they are independent from one another. So while the lasers are doing the job on the building, the rockets can attack the air units at the same time. This won't happen if you specifically tell the unit to attack something by yourself, only when he attacks automatically. But still, it is something very awesome. Another awesome thing that you gotta check is our resources needed for the mission. If you take a look at the spaceport, we only got about 200,000 resources left to collect. We're pretty close to the end of the game. But we got only 119 days left, and as I mentioned, the timer is bugged. Last time I saw, the game ended at around somewhere day 60. So that means we gotta move. But I don't think that's gonna be too much of a problem. So let's get to work. First thing you'll notice, there seems to be a bit more stuff around Australia. In fact, I don't remember Australia having these two other pieces of land below it. Also, Africa appears to be also a little expanding and also drying the fuck out. Much like a lot of Europe. Way too much of Europe. And, well, look at this mess. There's a very interesting thing in between Africa and America. In fact, I would say America has expanded. Where there's Mexico right now, there's also another land bridge to the South America. Now you'd think this is kind of bullshit because the ice caps, they have melted. This isn't exactly bullshit, however, because you gotta keep in mind the temperature is as high as 80 degrees daily. So that water is, well, evaporating all the fucking time. So whatever has melted, it has probably evaporated at the same time. And, well, we're slowly approaching the fucking sun. So the closer we are, the hotter it gets. The less water there's left. But let's see what we got. We got Mozambique and Red Rock. Red Rock's in Australia. Mozambique is in Africa. These two particular missions are, well, they're not about resources. In fact, these two missions are quite interesting. The mission in Mozambique wants us to escort a truck convoy, while the mission in Red Rock wants us to destroy a particular UCS base. Which one should we go for first? How about Mozambique?
resource field located.
A heat wave is crossing our continent. Natural sources of water are in short supply. Our planet will soon turn into a barren desert. During the next 24 hours, temperatures will rise above 130 degrees.
Yeah, forget what I said about 80 degrees, now it's 130. You wonder why there's no infantry? You got your answer right there. Good day, comrade. The Ashanti tribe is waging a desperate battle against the imperialistic forces of the UCS. They probably are trying to enforce their imperial measuring system. We have assembled a relief convoy for our valiant new allies. You must ensure that these supplies reach their intended destination. Your efforts will greatly assist the newly formed Africa Expeditionary Corps. You must not fail. Signed by Consul General Dr. Ivan Dugashvili. Maybe it's Jugashvili? I'm not entirely sure how do you pronounce that particular bit. But it's definitely a Georgian name, so you don't have to worry about that. That's all we gotta do. Escort these boys out of here. Luckily for us, they do not appear to be moving. In fact, I believe this might be a case of we only follow you when you move. Like, I do like escort missions here because, well, not in this mission's case, but in some mission case, they tend to only follow you when you're moving around. In this mission's case, they want to get the fuck out of here pronto. They also seem to come in with special units that we cannot normally build. Like that tank that they're using. You normally cannot build those tanks, although they do look pretty fucking awesome. Damn it, I didn't tell you to move backwards. Right, let's get some monetary injection. Like I said the last few parts ago, they're gonna avoid doing this in the next few games, so don't worry about that too much. We're going to get a few facilities up. And we're gonna build cruise ships. Ah fuck, I don't feel like putting this in symmetry. I don't get why these guys really want to escape so fucking hard. We probably know very well that this is gonna get them killed. At least we got some kind of escorts. We seem to be pretty hardy escorts too. They've taken some damage, yes, but they don't seem to be hurt. Like, not badly hurt. Well, we reached the cavern system. You know, this is kind of funny because the last time I've been in here I was with UCS and I do remember all of these structures. All of these structures were here and I had to actually deal with all of them. In UCS's case you have to blow up all of this shit. And I believe you also have to blow up those trucks. I don't remember about the trucks actually. You probably don't have to do a lot, but you definitely need to do some damage around this place. Because these guys are annoying as UCS. You also got a lot of tunnel entrances, which is kinda helpful. But at the same time I see that somebody is feeling very brave and doesn't feel like waiting for backup. Which can suck indeed. Then again, I suppose they expected you to just move your ass first and let them follow suit rather than escorting them properly. This is what I don't like when you have to escort units that cannot be moved by yourself or do not follow your units. That can be very annoying because these fuckers love to do what the fuck they want. And that usually gets them killed in these kind of missions. And that sucks. Luckily, a lot of these escort missions later on are not that bad. Like I can't remember any bad escort missions at the moment. I'm pretty sure there's plenty, but I can't remember any. That's the thing. But you gotta keep in mind, escort missions in strategy games are just annoying. They always are. It's just a rule of thumb. There's no good way to make a good escort mission in strategy games. In fact, I don't think there's a very good way of making an escort mission in any game, in any genre. Because they're annoying all the fucking time. Like, you just want them to do something that would be more beneficial to your cause. You want them to just follow you. But they don't want to follow you. They want to go to their destination first. They feel like they are the boss, then they get blown up, and then you're fucking frustrated. And that fucking sucks.
Production completed. Production completed. Production started.
I wonder why they still keep giving me Pamirs. I got Khrushchevs, for fuck's sake. Oh, we have access to screamers. Now don't worry, this doesn't mean that they'll start putting up scary faces and loud noises for you. No, not those kind of screamers. Instead what we got are special satellite dishes which generate noise on enemy for enemy radars and electronics. Apparently the bridge was destroyed too. Son of a bitch. But yeah, the screamers generate noise which affects enemies' radars and electronics. I'm not entirely sure about the radar part. I'm just guessing because, well, it's making noise. It's gotta do something with radars, but it definitely does something with electronics. Because if your units are affected by the screamer, they will slowly... Oh shit, I typed in the wrong fucking cheat, sorry. They will slowly start losing control of their bowels, let's say. Slowly but surely they will become completely unresponsive until eventually they just don't move anymore. They don't do anything. Can I tell these fuckers? Yeah, here we go. Escort these guys. We may need another builder in the area. So I'm gonna get this thing set up. I'm not sure what these guys are gonna do, but I might as well keep the escorts next to them and make sure they follow. Who knows, maybe they'll decide to fucking run all of a sudden. Sons of bitches. Alright, this ought to do the trick.
Yeah. On my way.
Eventually the screamer will completely paralyze your unit and he won't be able to do anything. He won't be able to attack, he won't be able to move, he won't respond to any of your commands as long as the screamer unit is alive. Which makes him especially dangerous when you're fighting ED later on. At the beginning they don't usually have these things, so it's not much to worry about. But when you're fighting when they do have these fucking things, then it gets really fucking annoying. Like, I do remember many times where I sent my units against the ED and they had a couple of fucking screamers. and they're so easy to hide in the base. It's difficult to see them because usually all they have is this little fucking satellite dish, and you can't really see it. It's a very tiny dish, but it is a very powerful dish, I gotta tell you that. It gets really fucking annoying. You're just looking around for that fucker. Where is he? You want to focus fire on his ass, and once you find him, most of the time it's kind of too late. Even if you pause,
On my way.
the closer you get to him, the more difficult it gets to control your units, because, well, the closer you get, the stronger the effect is, normally. And some units manage to get a few hits on him, some units just fucking lose control over themselves. It really gets annoying to deal with them, but if you have them yourself, that's a
Production
completely
started.
different story. If you have them yourself, you can dish out so much ridiculous pain to those poor fucks. It's just fucking ridiculous. I personally haven't used the screamers myself because I never really had a good setup for that, you know. But I think if I get a hold of Urals, the last chassis type available to us, I think I'll be able to set up a screamer dish somewhere on the tank, which will then allow us to simply immobilize the fucking enemy and take pot shots. It's really the most ridiculous utility weapon that I've seen.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Right, looks like the bridge was knocked out.
Production completed.
Luckily we can fix it.
Production completed. Production
Can we?
completed.
Yeah, we should be able to.
Production started. Production started.
Like I said, you don't need to have a river to build a bridge. We're building one over a pretty shallow canyon. Or some kind of a valley or something. Maybe this used to be a river, but it just dried the fuck up. I'm not quite sure why it keeps making this fog effect in the morning. I guess we couldn't really program it other way around. Well, the more it heats up, the less fog there is at all times. I don't know. I kind of think that the fog is weird, especially when there's lava all over the place, when it's just a volcanic world. It really is weird when that happens, because it just makes no fucking sense. How can there be fog when there's no fucking water left? Alright,
Yeah.
that finished up with a bridge,
Action at last. Action
which
at
means the units I'm supposed to escort
last. Okay.
should be moving. Yes, they are moving. They'll start moving across the bridge now. Look at all those resources.
On my way.
Look at all these tanks called trucks. Why are they called trucks? They don't look like trucks. They kind of look like what you would see in Mad Max in a way. I don't know. Just me and my bullshit ramblings. Let's turn off the continuous production. What I do like about Khrushchevs and Urals, you don't need a lot of them to do some serious damage. They are universal units after all. They can handle the action. And they usually come with plenty of armor and
Research
plenty of health too, which makes our job a lot easier. Alright, we're pretty close to getting the fuck out of here. 81% complete. Salute is nearly finished. Okay, so
Production completed.
the tanks have arrived
Production
and the convoy is
Production
here.
completed.
Or at least the majority of it, from the looks of it. Where's the rest of it? Oh, here are the other trucks. Alright. What's that? Oh, heavy tank. Any tanks that you see here that are white, they are the ones that you cannot build. They just never show up in research. Oh, look at all these shitty defenses. They're all offline. Look at this. Our radar is completely fucking dead. We don't even have fucking power plants for this shit. Maybe I should help them. Will this be the end of the mission? Alright, here we go. You got the convoy to its destination unscathed. Well done. Your success will gain us a valuable bridgehead in Africa. Remain with the Ashanti until the last cowardly soldier of the uncivilized states has been driven out. I trust I need not inform you again of the importance of your mission.
What you want?
And this grants us access to the Ashanti's base of operations,
What do you
including
want?
all of Ashanti's units. Which is cool actually. I do like when that happens.
As you wish, comrade.
But you know what that means? We gotta fix this shitty place. Look at this madness. How can you have a base without any energy? What the fuck?
Of course.
We're gonna fix Africa. But first, I recall I got a fucking message. What does it say? What in the balls? Game Gallows is tagging me all over the fucking place. What did I do this time? I don't get it. What the fuck do they want from me? The thing I hate about Mozambique's map is that there's a lot of these kind of valley roads. And there's also a lot of stuff going on the hills above. But it's difficult to get on those hills. There's not a lot of pathways to get to them. There are ways around, of course, but they are very long pathways.
On the move. Production completed.
I'm not sure how exactly this terrain is accurate to reality, but I like to think that this is exactly what you should expect in areas like this on Mozambique or whatever other map they're in. Except, well, we don't have to expect these giant fucking walkers with grenade launchers. Holy shit! I don't know about you, but every time I see one of those Panther bots with grenade launchers, with 4 fucking tubes of grenade launchers, I get a little disturbed because they look fucking scary. They look like they mean business.
Here they come. On our way.
Like you see that fucking just walking up to you and you know shit's gonna get real. And now look at this madness. They got fucking rocket launcher guys. We got the tiny versions too. It's like a fucking Terminator movie waiting to happen. But we're taking a fight to them. We're gonna beat the shit out of Skynet. Fuck you bastards. Ain't gonna terminate nobodies. But I better tell this base to start making more shit. I probably shouldn't have told them to stop in the first place.
Production started. Say your prayers. I'm hit, comrade.
I'm hit, comrade. Yeah, I know. What do you want me to do about it? The only thing you can do about it is shoot them first. And don't ask anything later.
I'm hit, comrade.
God damn it. They still have more energy.
I'm hit, comrade.
It may look like I'm doing this completely fucking wrong, but trust me, the sooner you can kill their energy, the better. You have to kill the energy, or else your army will be wasted. Unfortunately, in my case, my army is wasted. But at least I'll be able to destroy 2 power plants. This will cripple their energy supply. 2 of their fortresses are completely... No, not even 2. 3 fortresses. Disabled. They can't do shit to me now. But I have managed to find their most important base. Which means I can send more cruise ships to the area. Send them there immediately. What the fuck is a boyer doing? What the hell, man? Don't go here. It's dangerous. Oh Jesus, you got bombarded. These guys know what to do. I like the fights between UCS and ED because these guys, they are made for war. They know exactly what they're doing. They don't fuck around. And one of the Khrushchev survived the assault too, holy shit. But yeah, they know what the fuck they're doing. They don't fuck around. They built their machines for war. And that's exactly what they're doing here. We are fighting. They're not doing shit like LC. Oh, we're just gonna shoot some fucking sound waves at your ass. Who the fuck does that? No, nobody does that. That's fucking stupid as shit. No, instead these guys bring in the fucking walkers. They bring out the Star Wars walkers, the fucking AT-ATs. Yeah, we'll see those soon enough actually. We bring out the fucking huge ass tanks with huge ass guns with real firepower. It's so exciting. But then LC comes out with their fucking floaty ass pieces of shit and they're like, oh hello, I got some fucking electricity on this thing. You wanna have a little zap? Like what the fuck? Well, I guess you know what I mean, right? It's just so exciting to fight with ED or UCS at any point in time. LC, it's kind of like I win scenario. I don't know. Every time I play with him, it just feels too easy. But with ED and UCS, their energy weapons alone are just good enough to warrant a pretty good fucking fight. Plasma cannons are not very special, they're just powerful. Laser cannons are special, but they're not powerful. They have their own weaknesses, they have their own strengths. They're fucking amazing. They're so much fun. And I love them for that. They're a very unique kind of a fucking army. Both of these factions are unique in their own special ways, and I love that. Unfortunately, this might end up in another successful death for my army, unless I can knock out their power supply for once. Hit it hard and hit it quick! We're getting bombarded! I found that the best weapons to knock out energy shields are plasma cannons, especially the heavy ones. They can eat through the shields like nothing else. It's ridiculous. Come on, blow it up! Yes! Haha. We did it, boys! We knocked out their power supply for good. There's still a few turrets that are active, but for the most part, we got this. Which means we gotta send some reinforcements to the area as quickly as possible. But yeah, like I said, I fucking love these guys. There's just no other way around it. I don't know how else to describe it. ED and UCS are easily the most fun to play with. LC is fun to build with because it's very easy, but to play with him, I don't know actually. I guess it's kind of fun in its own way, but if I really want to do a real fucking fight, ED and UCS, only them. I never go for LC if I want a real fight, cause LC is just bleh. That's just about it. They don't really have much of anything. I do like their electro cannons. Those are fucking OP as shit. But that's about it. They don't have cool lasers. They don't have cool rocket launchers. They don't have nukes. LC is kind of boring in a way. But I like them nevertheless actually, because, well, whenever I have to play the campaign with LC, I like it. It's fun, because they have their own special abilities, they have their own strengths and weaknesses. I don't feel like they suck. I just don't find them very interesting.
What now?
And I hope I'm getting through to you with that one, because I really don't know how else to explain this bullshit. Look, I don't know. I just like all factions in the game. But I like ED and UCS more. I especially love ED. Because it's just the Soviet Union refurbished. Like, they are renewed. They have that new style with them. They keep the traditions, but they upgrade them. They use something better. They do things the fun way. UCS is too strict for my taste, actually, but that's probably because it was done intentional. Like, it's fucking robots. What do you want? They gotta be strict. They don't have any other way of living, you know. Robots are computers, in a way. They're always gonna be strict about what they do. It's in their programming to be as uptight as possible. Whereas ED, they're just a bunch of crazy fucking motherfuckers. We just wanna shoot the shit out of everything.
Production completed.
And swim in glorious cash and fuck glorious bitches. That's all they care about. Whereas UCS, total domination. They don't give a fuck. They have no fucks to give. It's death and destruction with UCS. All or nothing. Whereas ED, like, there was a movie that I think we've seen already. If not, I'll show it again. There was a movie during one of the missions where it just said, oh well, we got ambushed by the UCS, but so what? This only makes us more tough. We're gonna beat the shit out of them. And I like that. ED has a lot of character.
Love it, comrade.
And that's really fucking amazing. I love it. ED is my favorite faction.
What now? On the move.
Well, my favorite faction in general. Favorite faction to outright decimate people with? LC all the way. Because of the electro cannon swarm. I just built fucking moons with electro cannons. Build like 200 of those. You won already. Hell, you don't even need 200 of those. Just build any large amount that you can afford to have. And that's it. You're done. You're finished. Nobody can stop you. After we're done with this game, we're gonna take a little break from the strategy games and play something else. Nothing too much, just some short games to liven up the atmosphere, cause, well, you know, strategy games are fun and all, but we can't always play the same genre. It's not very interesting, to tell you the truth. Like, I wanna have a little break. I like strategy games, but I also like other games. As I think my channel can tell you at any point of the day. And I already have a few things planned out for us. In fact, I got a phone game that I was actually supposed to release a playthrough of a long fucking time ago, but I was a lazy fucking bitch. Right, we're done. Then there's another game, a new game for once, an indie game that I think you'll like a lot. And then there's... fuck, what's it called again? And there's Project Eden, yeah, actually, yeah. I forgot about that one. But don't worry about Project Eden right away, it's gonna come in as a filler kind of a thing, you know? I'll upload parts of Project Eden whenever they are available. And then there's nothing else to upload at the time. Cause, well, it's still a pretty long way to go before it's finished. I don't see it being finished anytime soon, so I don't I don't wanna put the fucking strategy marathon in the back while we're taking over with some kind of a different fucking game that was forgotten a couple of years ago.